Hello, ladies, and welcome to the Pageant Launchpad. We are going to talk today about something that can be one of the most misunderstood areas of pageantry: fitness, physiology, and the swimsuit phase of competition. So, before we go any further, this is not medical advice, and I want to be super clear. Swimsuit competition is not about shame. Swimsuit is not about a number on a scale. Swimsuit is not about being the smallest woman in the room. It's not about comparing your body to someone else's body. Swimsuit is about confidence. It's about how you carry yourself. It's about how you honor the body that you're living in. It's about discipline and wellness and poise and posture and self-respect and the courage to stand before others without apologizing for the woman that God created you to be. In pageantry, especially in systems like Mrs. America, Mrs. American, and Miss for America Strong, and South Dakota America pageants, we often talk about beauty, confidence, health, service, communication, and leadership. But sometimes when people hear the word swimsuit, they reduce it to one thing: size. That's right. And that is where we have to correct the conversation. That's what we're going to do today. A specific size should never be the fitness goal. Health and well-being should be the goal. According to the CDC body measurement data, the average American woman aged 20 and older is about 5'3.5" tall. I'm 5'5.5", weighs about 171 pounds, and has an average waist circumference of about 38.5-ish inches. A well-known clothing size study also found that the average American woman wears roughly a Mrs. size 16 to 18. Now, why does that matter? It matters because so many people, so many women walk into pageantry believing they are already disqualified because they don't look like a filtered image or a magazine cover or a 22-year-old version of themselves. But the average American woman is not a size 2. The average American woman has lived life. She's carried children. She's survived surgeries. She's fought illness. She's walked through grief. She's gone through hormonal changes. She's gained weight, lost weight, rebuilt herself, started over, and learned to stand again. And more, women of different ages, backgrounds, body types, and life experiences are participating in pageantry. It's a beautiful thing because pageantry should reflect real women, not one version of womanhood, not one body type, not one age. I was 56 in my last competition. Not one stage of life, not one narrow definition of beauty. Real women, women in their 20s, women in their 30s, women in their 40s, and like me, women in their 50s, and even women in their 60s and beyond. Women who are married, single, divorced, widowed, mothers, grandmothers, professionals, caregivers, survivors, entrepreneurs, advocates, teachers, veterans, students, and leaders. That's why this conversation that we're having this week really matters. Because if we're going to talk about swimsuit, we must talk about confidence. If we're going to talk about fitness, we must talk about health. If we're going to talk about physiology, we have to talk about the whole woman, not just what she looks like, who she is, what she has survived, what her body has carried, what her mind has endured, what her spirit has overcome. Now, the Pageant Launchpad, the South Dakota America pageants, will finish our current season and we'll begin a new season in just over a week. And as we prepare to crown our new title holders and open the door for the next group of contestants, I want to encourage women to sign up early. Don't wait till the last minute. Set your goals early. Start your preparation early. Start your wellness journey early. Start your mindset work early. Start your walking and your stretching and your strength training and your nutrition planning and the conversations you're going to have with your doctor, your confidence work and your personal development early. If you wait too long, the horse is out of the barn, and a lot of the things you could have known before and already developed will be gone. Or they'll have to wait till next year. Pageantry is not just about preparing for one weekend. It's about preparing for the woman that you are becoming. And let me be very clear, your goal should not be, I need to be skinny by pageant weekend. Your goal should be, I want to feel strong. I want to feel confident. I want to feel mentally clear. I want to feel healthy. I want to feel proud of the work that I put in. I want to walk across that stage knowing that I honored myself. I want to be disciplined without being destructive. I want to be committed without becoming obsessed. I want to become healthier without hating myself along the way. There is a difference between discipline and punishment. There's a difference between health and obsession. There's a difference between confidence and validation. And there's a difference between having a goal and making the scale your God. So what does healthy look like? Well, it's subjective, isn't it? Healthy for me has looked different at different stages of my life. Healthy in my 20s did not look like healthy in my 30s. Healthy in my 30s did not look like healthy after illness, after cancer, after countless fights with my health. Healthy after cancer didn't look like healthy after trauma. Healthy after weight loss did not look like healthy during recovery. Healthy in one season was survival, and healthy in another season was rebuilding. Healthy in yet another season was learning how to stop destroying myself in the name of improvement. Have you ever done that? And I want to share some things that are personal with you. In my 30s, I weighed 250 pounds. And I remember sitting with my doctor in California, in the Bay Area, and hearing words that changed me. She told me my organs were doing really badly. She told me that if I did not do something drastically different, I was literally going to die. She told me that I should write my will because I had a very long way to go in a very, very short period of time. There are some moments in your life that shake you awake. Nothing stretches you out quite like realizing that you may never see your never see your children graduate, that you may never see them fall in love for the first time. You may never see them get married, and you may never meet your grandchildren. And you may not get the years you thought you had. That wasn't about a swimsuit. That was not about a dress size. That was not about looking good in photos. That was life or death. So I worked intensely with my doctor. And when I say that I worked, I mean I fought. We fought through appointments. We fought through treatment plans. We fought through insurance barriers. We had to convince the insurance company to approve the life-saving procedures I needed. And after 5 long years of fighting, adjusting, trying, failing, starting again, developing my treatment week by week, I was finally freed from that illness. That was one version of my health journey. Healthy meant staying alive. Healthy meant listening to my doctor. Healthy meant being willing to change and being real with myself. Healthy meant taking my future seriously. It meant fighting for the years that I still wanted with my children. Let's fast forward 5 years from 2006, 7-ish, 8-ish. I fought through cancer for the 3rd time, and I was tired. Not just physically tired, spiritually tired, emotionally tired, mentally tired. There are moments after illness when everyone thinks you should be celebrating because you survived, but inside, you may still be grieving what it took from you. You may still be angry. You may still be scared. You may still feel betrayed by your own body. You may still wonder, how many times am I expected to get back up? This was the 3rd time. And I found myself in a place where my mindset and frustration had taken me to a very dark headspace. I'd nearly given up. I was ready to go home and be with my Lord again. And because I had given up on myself, I returned to my bad habits. I gained back some weight. I stopped carrying. I stopped fighting. I stopped believing that my future was worth the discipline of my present. But then I had a conversation with my son. And aren't they always the ones? Something shifted. I realized that I wanted to see him get married. I wanted to meet my future grandchildren. I wanted more life. I wanted more memories. I wanted more time. So I went back to what I knew. I knew that diet, exercise, medication, and medical supervision had helped me get my glucose under control before. So back to the doctor I went, back to the gym I went, back to the daily choices I went, back to the uncomfortable beginning I went. And that was another version of healthy. Healthy meant choosing life again. Healthy meant asking for help again. Healthy meant admitting I had drifted again. Healthy meant sharing and starting over without shame. Then in 2024, I went too far in the other direction. I became obsessed with my weight. I lost focus on my health and well-being, and the scale became my only guideline. I went from 189 pounds to 117 pounds. And yes, I had lost weight, but I was not healthy. This is the part we don't talk about enough, because people often celebrate weight loss without asking what it cost. They say, you look amazing. They say, what did you do? They say, you're so tiny. They say, I wish I had your discipline. But they may not know whether you're sleeping. They may not know whether you're eating enough. They may not know whether your body is nourished. And they may not know whether your mind is at peace. They may not know whether you're afraid of food or whether you're controlled by the scale. They may not know whether your confidence is real or whether it's hanging by a number. And then my doctor told me I did not have enough fat in my content or fat content in my body to survive what was coming. Think about that. The same woman who had once been told she had to lose weight to live is now being told she lost too much weight to be safe. That's why the scale cannot be the goal. The scale is information. It's not identity. The scale may be one tool, but it's not the whole story. The scale cannot measure your muscle. It can't measure your courage. It can't measure your organ function. It can't measure your endurance. It can't measure your mental health. It can't measure your relationship with food. It can't measure your healing. It can't measure your self-confidence. And it can't measure your worth. So if the scale is leading your fitness journey, I want you to pause and ask yourself, is my confidence leading this journey, or is my fear? Is my health leading this journey, or is my insecurity? Is my wisdom leading this journey, or is comparison? Even if that comparison is the old you. Is my doctor part of this journey, or am I taking advice from people who don't know my body? Is this goal making me stronger, or is it making me smaller in every way, not just size, but emotion? Because it has to be more than just a number. Healthy includes physical health. It includes mental health. It includes emotional and spiritual health. It includes rest and nourishment. It includes strength. It includes boundaries. It includes medical wisdom and body structure. Healthy includes your current season of life. The American Heart Association recommends that adults get at least 150 minutes per week of moderate intensity aerobic activity, or 75 minutes of vigorous activity plus muscle strengthening activity at least 2 days a week. It also connects healthy daily habits like movement, sleep, nutritious meals, and stress management to overall wellness. That's a much healthier conversation than what size do I need to be. The better question, sorry, my dogs are in the background. The better question is, how is my heart health? How is my blood pressure? How is my glucose? How is my strength? How is my endurance? How is my mobility? How is my sleep? How is my stress? How is my relationship with food? How is my self-talk? How is my emotional regulation? How is my mental health, my confidence, my ability to walk into a room without shrinking? Because health isn't just a body conversation. It's a whole woman conversation. Let's talk about mental health and physical health. Your body listens to your mind. If your mind is constantly saying, I hate myself, your body is being trained through shame. If your mind is constantly saying, I'm not enough, your body is being pushed through insecurity. If your mind is saying constantly, I will only be worthy when I lose weight, your body becomes a project instead of a partner. And I want you to hear this. You cannot hate yourself into lasting health. You may punish yourself into temporary change. You may shame yourself into short-term discipline. You may restrict yourself into a smaller body. You may overtrain yourself into exhaustion, but that's not the same as health. Health requires respect. You must learn to talk to your body differently. Instead of, I hate my legs, try, these legs have carried me through every hard season I have survived. Instead of, I hate my stomach. I used to say that a lot. Try, this body has endured, healed, protected, carried, and fought for me. Instead of, I need to fix myself, try, I'm learning to care for myself. Instead of, I'm behind, try, I'm beginning. Instead of, I should have started sooner, try, I'm starting now. That matters, because confidence doesn't come from perfection. It comes from trust. Trusting yourself to keep your promises to yourself, trusting yourself to show up, trusting yourself to make better choices. For me, leaving the Oreos at the store and eating the strawberries or the carrots or the healthy shakes. Trusting yourself to recover when you fall off track. Trusting yourself to stop when your body needs rest. Trusting yourself to ask for help. Trusting yourself not to abandon yourself again. And trusting yourself to have the accountability partner. I had one that didn't even know she was my accountability partner, but I'll tell you, when she told me that she did not want to participate in my journey because she didn't see it as a healthy journey right now, and that I needed to get help, man, that will wake you up. Now let's talk about emotional health and physical health. Many of us do not gain weight because we're lazy. We gain weight because we're grieving. Some of us gain weight because we're overwhelmed. Some of us gain weight because we're lonely. Some of us gain weight because food became comfort. Some of us gain weight because we're exhausted from surviving all the time. Some of us gain weight because our hormones changed. Some of us gain weight because medication changed. Some gain weight because illness changed our metabolism. Some of us gained weight because trauma taught us to protect ourselves. You might fall into way more than one of these. I know I do. Some of us gain weight because life got heavy and our bodies carried the evidence. Some of us lose weight for unhealthy emotional reasons too. We lose weight because we're afraid. We lose weight because we're trying to prove something either to ourselves or to others. Some of us lose weight because we think smaller means safer. Some, like I did when I got told you need to lose weight and get healthy. Some of us lose weight because applause became addictive. Some of us lose weight because we believe our value increases as our size decreases. That's why emotional health must be part of the fitness conversation. Because you have to ask, why do I want to do this? Who am I trying to impress? What am I trying to prove? Am I trying to be healthy or am I trying to be accepted? That's a big one. I know, was a big one for me. Am I caring for my body or am I punishing it? Am I motivated by love or am I motivated by fear? And ladies, this is especially important in pageantry because pageantry can bring out the best in us. And if we're not grounded, it can also expose our insecurities. And how we handle that makes a huge difference. The swimsuit phase can either become a celebration of confidence or it can trigger for comparison. It depends on how we approach it. If you walk into swimsuit thinking everyone is judging my flaws, you will perform with fear. But if you walk into swimsuit thinking I worked and I've prepared and I'm honoring my body, I am showing discipline, confidence, and presence, even if no one else saw you get to that place, you will perform from power. And that power is visible. Judges can see when a woman is apologizing for herself, and they can see when she's owning the stage. Confidence changes your posture. Confidence changes facial expression. Confidence changes your stride. It changes your energy. It changes the way that you enter a room. And no, confidence does not mean you have no insecurities. Confidence means your insecurities are just not in charge. Let's talk about body structure, because this is important. Many women set goals based on bodies they were never designed to have. Your body structure matters. Your height matters. Your bone structure matters. Your hips matter. Your shoulders matter. Your muscle distribution matters. Your genetics matter. Your age, your hormones, your medical history, your pregnancies, your surgeries, your injuries, and your stage, they all matter. Two women can flow the same nutrition plan, do the same workouts, drink the same water, sleep the same hours, and still look completely different. You know, because you've been there. It doesn't mean one failed. It means they have different bodies. Tall women and a petite woman, they'll carry weight differently. A muscular woman and a naturally lean woman will look different. A woman who has had children and a woman who may not have the same abdominal structure. A woman in menopause and a woman in her 20s may respond completely different to the same training. A cancer survivor, a diabetic, a woman with thyroid disease, a woman with an autoimmune challenge, or a woman recovering from surgery may need a completely different approach. That's why your goal should be built with wisdom, not comparison, not TikTok or social media, not a crash diet, not someone else's prep plan, not a coach who doesn't understand your medical history, not an influencer selling insecurity in the form of a supplement. Your plan should involve qualified guidance, a doctor, a licensed medical provider, a nutrition professional when appropriate, a trainer who understands safe movement, an accountability partner who cares more about your health than your appearance. Even if she says your program isn't showing healthy, your program is showing obsession. I had that. A support system that will tell you the truth when you're drifting into obsession. Thank you so much, Cass, for being that friend that said you're in a very unhealthy space. Because if it were not for her and the follow-up with my doctor, I might not have known that I was obsessing. The CDC's 2024 adult obesity data tells us that BMI is commonly used in public health reporting, but it has limitations because it does not fully measure body composition or individual health status. That means even our measurement tools have limitations. So we got to be careful not to reduce a woman to a number. A size 6 woman can be unhealthy. A size 16 woman can be actively improving her health. A thin woman could have poor endurance. A curvier woman can be strong. A muscular woman may weigh more than people even expect. A woman that looks fit may be mentally exhausted. A woman who is rebuilding may not look like her progress yet. So what does healthy look like? Healthy looks like a woman who is honest with herself. Healthy looks like a woman who knows her numbers but does not worship them. Healthy looks like a woman who can walk upstairs without feeling defeated or who celebrates when that improves. Healthy looks like a woman who keeps her doctor's appointments. Healthy looks like a woman who nourishes her body instead of starving it. Healthy looks like a woman who moves her body with gratitude. Healthy looks like a woman who has boundaries with stress. That was me. Healthy looks like a woman who sleeps, because we all need sleep. Healthy looks like a woman who drinks water or is learning to drink water. That's me. Healthy looks like a woman who strengthens her body for life, not just for stage. Healthy looks like a woman who can say, I am not where I want to be yet, but I am no longer where I used to be. Healthy looks like progress, and progress is powerful. Now, for those of you considering competing next season, I want to speak directly to you. Do not wait. Do not wait until you feel ready. Readiness is often built after you say yes. Sign up early. When you sign up early, you give yourself the gift of time. Time to prepare your paperwork, time to select your wardrobe, time to practice your interview, time to build your platform, time to improve your stage walk, time to create healthy habits, to work with your doctor, time to strengthen your body, and time to shift your mindset. Time to become confident in the swimsuit phase instead of being afraid of it. The earlier you begin, the less likely you are to panic. And the panic is where unhealthy decisions often begin. Panic says, I need to lose 20 pounds fast. Wisdom says, I need a sustainable plan. That starts early. Panic says, I'll stop eating carbs. Wisdom says, I need to understand what my body needs in the season that I'm in. Panic says, I'll work out twice a day, even though I haven't trained in years. Wisdom says, I need to build safely. Maybe start 1 day a week or 2 days a week and build up. Panic says, I'll compare myself to last year's queen. Wisdom says, I need to become the healthiest, strongest, most confident version of me. So start early. Set your goals early and make those goals whole woman goals, not just weight goals. Set a walking goal, set a hydration goal, set a sleep goal, set a strength goal, set a posture goal, set a confidence goal, set a doctor's appointment goal, set a goal to maintain those doctor's appointments, set a mental health goal. So important. Set a stress management goal. Set a meal planning goal. Set a swimsuit walk practice goal. And set a self-talk goal. Because pageantry just is not just asking, can you look the part? It's asking, can you become the woman who can carry the responsibility of the title? And a title holder needs stamina. She needs energy. She needs emotional stability. She needs confidence. She needs discipline and resilience. She needs to be able to serve, travel, speak, show up, manage pressure, handle criticism, and represent with grace. Fitness actually supports that. Not because she has to be a certain size, but because leadership requires stewardship. Stewardship of your body, stewardship of your mind, stewardship of your emotions, and stewardship of your influence. Let's talk about influence. Where do our body images come from? Who taught you what beauty was? Was it your mother or your grandmother or a classmate Maybe it was a coach. Maybe it was a pageant judge, an ex-husband, a magazine, social media. Maybe it was a doctor or a bully. Even our bullies can teach us what beauty is. Maybe a friend, maybe a stranger online, a dressing room mirror, a swimsuit photo that you still remember, a comment someone made 20 years ago that you are still carrying. I know that one well. Being told that you were never going to be beautiful, that's pretty deep. And I took a long time for me to get through that one. And I'm still getting through it. So there you go. Many women are not actually seeing their current bodies. They're seeing their bodies through old wounds. I know this. I've been there. You are not alone. Maybe you're looking in the mirror today and hearing something someone said when you were 14. Or maybe you're trying on a swimsuit today and remembering a cruel comment from a relationship. Maybe you're standing on a pageant stage today and fighting the voice of someone who told you that you were too much or not enough. That's why confidence work is inner work. You have to ask, whose voice is narrating my body image? Is it mine? Is it God's? Is it the truth? Is it love? Is it wisdom? Or is it someone I should have stopped listening to years, dare I say decades ago? And who are your current influencers? Are they helping you become healthy, or are they making you feel ashamed? Are they teaching you strength, or are they selling you insecurity? Are they showing you balanced lives, or are they showing you edited moments? Are they qualified, or are they just popular? That's a good one. Are they encouraging medical wisdom, or are they promoting extremes? Are they helping you live and love your body into health, or are they helping you hate it into submission? You have to guard your influences, because what you consume mentally affects how you treat yourself physically and personally. If your feed in your mind constantly tells you that your body is wrong, your confidence will suffer. If your circle constantly talks about weight, size, and comparison, your peace will suffer. If your preparation is built around fear, your joy will suffer. So build a better environment. Follow women who are strong and balanced and honest and healthy. Surround yourself with people who celebrate progress. Choose coaches who respect your body. I can't even begin to tell you how many times I have had someone who claims to be a coach tell me, "You're too big for that pageant," rather than telling me, "Let's build your confidence for that pageant." Those are two very, very different things. Choose accountability partners who will care about your well-being. The accountability partner that I chose, she is an incredible woman who understands health and fitness, her own health and fitness. She knows how she feels about her body. She sees those intricacies. She saw them in me. She told me, "Charlene, you're looking at your fitness like it's the size factor. That's not what this is about. This is about healthy fitness." And man, was she right. And I love you, Cass, for telling me the words that you told me. Because without those words, I could have been a lot worse than I was. And my recovery could have been much longer than it was going to take. So choose those accountability partners who care about your well-being. Choose medical guidance over trends. Trends are going to come, trends are going to go. You don't have to follow those trends. Choose confidence over comparison. Confidence says, yeah, I'm different, and I honor it. Rather than, well, she's smaller than me, so I'm not going to win. Now let's bring this back to swimsuit. When you walk on stage in a swimsuit, the question is not, is she the smallest? Because if that was the truth, I would have won a couple of years, but I didn't. Girls that were healthier than me won those titles, deservingly won those titles. It wasn't about, is she the smallest? I promise you it wasn't. The question is, does she carry herself with confidence? Does she show discipline? Does she look comfortable in her own skin? Does she present wellness, vitality, and poise? Does she understand stage presence? Does she own her walk? Does she connect with the judges? Does she radiate self-respect? A confident swimsuit walk begins before you ever set foot on stage. It begins in how you speak to yourself while you're getting dressed. It begins when you stop pulling your body in the mirror. Yeah, all of this stuff. It begins when you choose a swimsuit that fits your body, the body you have now, not the body you're punishing yourself to earn. It begins when you practice your walk enough that your nerves do not control your posture. It begins when you stop apologizing. It begins when you realize that confidence is not arrogance. Confidence says, I belong here. Not because I'm perfect, not because I'm the smallest, not because I have no scars, not because I have no cellulite, I have no stretch marks, not because I'm 25 or 56, not because I look like anyone else. I belong here because I said yes, because I prepared myself, because I'm willing to be seen. I belong here because I have a purpose, because this body has carried me through every chapter I had to survive. And ladies, that is powerful. Now I want to offer a practical framework for your fitness and well-being journey. I call it the confidence-led wellness check. Number 1, what does my doctor say? Always, what does my doctor say? Number 2, well, let's stay with number 1 for a second. Before you begin any major change, especially if you have medical conditions, medications, injuries, diabetes like I had, heart concerns like I have, hormone changes, a cancer history like I have, an eating disorder history or current situation, or significant weight changes, talk to your doctor. It is so important. A doctor knows things a pageant coach may not know. Now let's go to number 2. What is my real goal? Don't just say I want to lose weight. Ask yourself, do I want more energy? Do I want better blood labs? Do I want more endurance or strength or confidence or better glucose control? Less pain, better posture, better stress management. Maybe it's more consistency. Be specific about what you want. Number 3, is my plan sustainable? If you cannot see yourself doing it after pageant weekend, be really careful. Health and fitness is lifelong. Pageant prep should not destroy your relationship with food or exercise. Okay? Number 4, Am I mentally stable in this process? If the scale ruins your entire day, pay attention. If missing one workout makes you feel worthless, pay attention. If food causes you panic, pay attention. If compliments about weight loss become addictive, pay attention. If your entire identity becomes your body, pay attention. That's not confidence, that's captivity. Number 5, who is holding me accountable? You need people who love you enough to encourage you and wise enough to correct you. Gosh, I love you, Cass. Cass, you're going to hear a lot about Cass when it comes to fitness and sustainability, because Cass was amazing in my life. She doesn't even know she was amazing in my life, but she was allowed to correct me because I knew it came from a place of love. And I will never forget her for it. Number 6, am I celebrating non-scale victories? Can you walk further? Can you lift more? Can you sleep better? Are your labs, your blood work, is that improving? Is your mood improving? Is your posture improving? Are you more confident trying on wardrobe? Are you less afraid of the stage? Are you making promises and keeping them, whether they're to yourself or to others? Those are victories. Number 7, am I preparing myself for the stage, or am I punishing myself for being seen? That question matters, because pageantry should challenge you, but it should not break you. Now, I want every woman listening to understand something. You do not have to be at your final goal to begin. You do not have to have your dream body to compete. You do not have to be the most confident woman in the room to enter pageantry. Sometimes pageantry is where confidence is built. It's where dreams are started. It's where fitness might even begin, because that's what it was for me. You may begin scared and unsure. You may be heavier than you want to be. I was 250 pounds, and I knew if I got into pageantry, I could put myself on a schedule that would help me meet my goals, my medical goals. So you may begin heavier than you want to be. You may begin weaker than you want to be. You might begin after illness. I'm done, but I get to be here for you. You may begin after divorce. You might begin after grief. Maybe you begin after raising your children and you need something for you. Maybe you'll begin after years of putting everyone else first. But no matter what, if you feel a pull, if you feel a push, begin anyway. Because the woman who begins is already winning a private battle. By the time she walks on stage, she may realize the crown was never the only prize. The prize was becoming disciplined again. The prize was keeping promises to herself again. The prize was looking in the mirror with kindness again, or reclaiming her confidence again, learning that that her body was not her enemy. Maybe the prize was realizing she still had more life to live. That's what I want for the women of South Dakota America pageants. That's what I want for the women who watch my YouTube channel. I want women to walk in saying, maybe I can't, and walk out saying, and she did. I want women to stop waiting for permission and to become visible. I want them to stop saying, I'll compete when I lose weight. Compete because you are worthy now. prepare because you respect yourself now. Set those goals because your future matters now. Build health because your life matters now. Walk in the swimsuit because confidence is not reserved for one body type. Now, as we close, I want to bring us back to the heart of this message. Your body is not a costume for a pageant weekend. Yep, there it is. Your body is not a costume for pageant weekend. It's the home you live in. It is the vessel that carries your purpose. It is the body that has survived your hardest, most difficult days. It's the body that has held your children. It's the body that has fought illness. It's the body that has cried on the bathroom floors. It's the body that has stood back up. And it's the body that is still here. So care for it, because you don't get it forever. Not because pageantry demands it. Not because judges are watching. Not because the swimsuit is coming. And not because society told you what size to be. Care for it because you are worth caring for. And when you prepare for swimsuit, prepare with this mindset. I'm not here to prove that I'm perfect. I'm here to show that I am present. I'm not here to apologize for my body. I am here to honor it. I'm not here to chase a size. I'm here to build health. I'm not here to worship a scale. I'm here to steward my life. I'm not here to compare. I'm here to become. Ladies, confidence is not something you find after you reach the goal. Confidence is something you practice on the way there. So sign up early, set the goals early, start walking early, start lifting early, start stretching early, start praying early. You should always be praying if you're a believer. Start healing early, start preparing early, start believing early, because the woman you are becoming deserves time. And when you step out onto that stage, whether you are a size 2, a size 12, a size 16, a size 20, or anything in that region, I want you to remember, swimsuit phase is not asking you to be someone else. It's asking you to show up as yourself with confidence, health, poise, and purpose. That's the goal. Not skinny, healthy, strong, grounded, confident, and whole. And that, ladies, is what fitness and physiology in pageantry should truly, truly be about. I'm Charlene Jones, the host of the Pageant Launchpad, the director of South Dakota America Pageants. And I want to thank you for a season of learning about myself, learning about some of you. If you want to drop me a message, please feel free. You can do it through the Facebook. You can do it through our private group. You can do it in email, charlene@thepageantlaunchpad.com. Maybe you just want to comment on this episode, however you want to do it. I want you to know that you are not alone in your journey and that you have got to be kind to your body. It is a whole woman concept. So we take off a couple of weeks from here. We go into pageant this coming week, and we're excited to crown a new queen, whoever she's going to be. We're excited to hear about your experiences and your stories. So please don't hesitate. Send us a message, watch us on Facebook, and know that you are valuable and you are worthy. Have a great week. See you in a few weeks.